Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. We're continuing to follow the clues that reveal what truly happened to Chris Cornell on May 17th, 2017. In case you're new here, I have a playlist. All of these videos very important. Please take the time to watch them if you have not already. The latest thing I've uncovered that very much clues us in to why he died May 17th and the way it's being reported is from this news by TMZ on September 15th, 2015. The headline that day, Chris Cornell burned on music video set in mock hanging. In case you're not aware, they're saying Chris Cornell accidentally committed suicide while masturbating. That's now the latest. He was practicing what is known as auto-erotic asphyxia, where you cut off your air supply to heighten the orgasm. And in this music video where it shows him being hung, the camera's going between him being hung and a beautiful woman in the crowd who's fondling her breasts. Just think about it. You know, they're saying he accidentally hung himself masturbating. Here we have a scene of hanging with a very sexy woman also undressing herself. We'll watch a little clip from the music video at the end, but there's a lot that's important here. I'm going to show you how this date, September 15th, is synced up perfectly with the date he died, May 17th, plus a whole lot more. So the focus here is that Chris Cornell burned himself. We're talking about the language of gematria, the Kabbalah-based practice of coding numbers into words, the belief that God created the world out of language when God merged the letter with the number. Doesn't matter if you believe in this system, just understand this system is how the world elites are plotting their madness, including the deaths of musicians, which sometimes are real and sometimes are fake. The word burned has gematria of 64, just like the name Chris Cornell. We just saw Chris Cornell die 64 days before his upcoming July 20th birthday. And he was born in the year 64. Perfect. That's a special number, 64. There's a reason there's 64 spaces on the chessboard. So, he died from suffocation. And as we covered, he died on the 137th day of the year. The date in history that The Wizard of Oz was published about the Emerald City. Chris Cornell from Seattle, the Emerald City. Emerald City has gematria of 52 like his age of death. The date he died, the 137th day of the year. 137 is the 33rd prime. Rock star in gematria equals 33. The name Chris equals 33. Masonry 33. Secrecy 33. Special number. The secret of masonry is the 33 vertebrae in our back. That path up to your skull, which has gematria of 33, where your pineal gland is, your third eye, pineal equals 33. That's the whole secret about 33. It's the ascension of man to use the mind in the highest capacity. Special number. But in this way, it's also coded into the riddle of him dying on the 137th day of the year. 137, the 33rd prime, he died from suffocation. The word suffocate, gematria of 33. 33, also a number associated with death. It's about ascending before you pass from this world. The word asphyxiate, another word for suffocate, also has gematria of 47, like rock, like legend, like Seattle on the 47th parallel. If you missed the video I put out on Chris Cornell, The Wizard of Oz, and the passing of the woman who played Dorothy, Judy Garland, at age 47, and what that has to do with the poppy field scene where all the characters pass out in The Wizard of Oz, check that out. 47, special number. Number of Freemason Foundation, Seattle on the 47th parallel, number that represents time. Chris Cornell was born with a life lesson number of 47. Last year we saw Prince die by the numbers 47 days before his birthday. Asphyxiate, the 47 gematria. Asphyxiate also sums to 52, the age Chris Cornell just passed at. And we've covered the very long list of 52 in regards to Chris Cornell. Some of that list, again, Emerald City 52, Rusty cage. He wants to break out of his rusty cage. Chris Cornell breaking out of his rusty cage at age 52. Rusty cage 52, just like Fell on Black Days is 52, just like Black Sun is 52. His most recent album cover, The Black Sun, we talked about it, has the 13 beams of light coming off it with a missile below. We'll look at that one more time. Also interesting, the date of this article, and this is just part of how it syncs up. The date of this article, September 15th, 2015, that's a date with 59 and 39 numerology, just like the date he passed on, 59 and 39. The name Chris has gematria of 39. The word accident and the word kill have gematria of 59. He accidentally killed himself, supposedly masturbating. Auto-erotic asphyxia. We'll get to that terminology too. It's important. And let's not forget, he's from the musical city Seattle, dead in the Music City, Motown, Motor City, Detroit. Motown established in 59. Number stamped all over black people throughout history. So they said he burned himself, little chemical burn. We'll see why in the music video, little chemical stunt as he's about to be hung. The music video where this happens is called Nearly Forgot My Broken Heart. The word heart has gematria 52. We talked about this with the death of George Michael this past Christmas. He had the song Last Christmas. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The last Christmas George Michael was alive, he was 52 years old. You know, he died the next Christmas. So his last Christmas of being 52 was how it was for George Michael. George Michael's death, very much a riddle in numbers. Just like James Brown, who passed on Christmas. Have videos on all of these people. Same types of patterns going on. Anyhow, the word heart has gematria 52. Chris Cornell, known for singing with the heart. Nearly Forgot My Broken Heart, the music video where he is being hung. And we'll watch a little clip of this. Nearly Forgot My Broken Heart also has gematria of 311, the reflection of 113, the number for asphyxia. If you missed my video, the last one I put out in the playlist, this one right here about his wife, check this out. I get into 113 and Detroit and a lot of things. We missed the asphyxia part before, but just adding more to the puzzle. 113, very specific number to the city of Detroit where he passed. Check out the video I just put out. Has a lot to do with their sports teams. Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my. Like the Wizard of Oz. Again, he died on the anniversary of the publishing of the Wizard of Oz. When they're singing that song in the Wizard of Oz, you can see somebody hang themselves in the woods in the background if you pay attention. Do a search, hanging Wizard of Oz. You'll see the clip. It's unmistakable. So anyhow, in the music video, he's being hung. You got this woman who's taking her clothes off, then she starts playing with her breasts. Again, Chris Cornell accidentally hangs himself masturbating. Just think about it. Auto-erotic asphyxia has gematria of 103. Also, like asphyxia, 103 is the 27th prime number. Think about rock stars dead at 27. Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Seattle, many more. Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison died the same day his father retired from the military. Got videos on Jim Morrison. I got videos on them all, you guys, if you want to go back and look. It's been going on for a long time. But anyway, 103, the 27th prime, fateful numbers. The word sun also has gematria 27, and we've talked about how his death is synced up with the coming solar eclipse. That's the most important thing to know. In regards to his latest album cover, there's a missile on it. And I just want you to see that missile has gematria of 103. His death is synced up with the August 21st solar eclipse that's to happen later this year. Perfectly. He died 97 days before the solar eclipse. Soundgarden once broke up in 97. His full birth name in gematria is 97, and so is the word death. 97 days before the black sun. Black sun equals 52. If you count the beams coming off here, there's 13. And if you missed my video on Wizard of Oz, we talked a lot about 13. If you write out 13 as a word, it sums to 99. And this coming solar eclipse, the first of its kind in 99 years. The elites, they have knowledge of the stars, this world, mathematics, and they use it all in their rituals that they put before the masses and expect the masses to not have a clue. But down at the bottom of this missile within a circle, I'm sure there's a lot more to uncover here. Again, lots of interesting things coded into this. The album's called Chris Cornell, Higher Truth, which has the same gematria as solar eclipse. There's a lot more to it. We covered it this morning. He performed this song on TV on the anniversary of the death of Prince who passed in Minnesota. Minnesota equals 52. This upcoming Super Bowl season of 52, it begins 113 days after the death of Cornell. It begins on 9/7, kind of like 97. Anyhow, very interesting that there's a missile on that cover. Something's being foreshadowed here in our future, Truth Seeker. A big event, and this ritual of Chris Cornell is part of it. Now get this. Broken Heart has gematria of 117. Chris Cornell died on the 117-year anniversary of the publishing of Wizard of Oz, about the Emerald City, 52. If you write out 13, it has gematria of 99, like we just said. Also gematria of 117. And what's amazing is if you write out the United States of America, it has gematria of 99 and 117, just like 13. 13 colonies, 13 stripes. The solar eclipse this year, as amazing as it is, first in 99 years, matches the nation perfectly. It blows my mind. I can't even make sense of how it's possible. But it is. Part of what we need to understand is the powers that shouldn't be. They've been around for a long time, hoarding knowledge, understanding the world, and using it to their own benefit. And for us, the people living in the dark, we're trying to put the pieces together for ourselves and make sense. Broken Heart also has gematria 54 like Sun. This is all about the sun. Again, Black Hole Sun, the single released in May, on May 4th, 94, 5/4. At the end of this music video, Chris Cornell, he walks away with the noose around his neck. He's still alive. He's hidden. They have him in a wheelbarrow. He gets out. He's got the noose around his neck. Or they had him in a wagon, not a wheelbarrow. But here's the ultimate kicker. You got to know your Fibonacci numbers to appreciate this one. From the date of this article about him accidentally burning himself in the mock hanging, like practice, from that day to his death is 610 days. And the reason that's amazing is 610 is the 15th Fibonacci number. And as we've covered many times, 15 has the connection with death. When you write out 15, it sums to 38 like death. The name Cornell has gematria of 38, just like the name Barton. We talked about Ian Barton of Joy Division hanging himself on almost the same date in the same ritual in tribute to the Wizard of Oz. We covered that earlier. Again, it's all in the playlist, which will be linked down below. But 15 connects to 38, the number of death. Cornell 38, Barton 38, Prince 38. We see it again and again. 610, the 15th Fibonacci number. That's the sequence where it goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. What I'm doing is I'm adding the last two numbers. So I just said 8, 13. The next one's 21. 8 plus 13 is 21. 13 plus 21, 34. 21 plus 34, 55. 34 plus 55, 89. 89 plus 55, 144. 89 plus 144, 233. 144 plus 233, 377. 233 plus 377, 610. And if you count, that's 15 numbers. Fibonacci number is said to be God's mathematical spiral. So, 610 days later. Mock hanging, also interesting, has the gematria 57, like entertainer, like Scottish rites. Been talking about these things in the past videos. 51 like conspiracy, 102 like United States of America. We talked about the death of the Joy Division singer in 102. And mock hanging is also 195. Reshuffle those numbers. You can get the date September 15th, like the date of this mock hanging article. Again, September 15th. Same date numerology as the actual death. And it couldn't be any more perfect for it. It just goes to show how planned out all of this is, as I've been explaining. And I know that my point doesn't get through because in these videos I'm trying to give you the clear evidence of how Chris Cornell's death was always foreshadowed for this date in tribute to this coming solar eclipse. You know, the people who know the sun, the moon, the stars, they have the eclipses and all the phenomenon mapped out decades in advance. And as I've explained, this gang, the powers that shouldn't be, who control the music industry, media, government, so much more, you know, they got the knowledge. They're ahead of the game, and they work years in advance. This is way bigger than Chris Cornell, in case you're new here. I have thousands of videos educating on what's really been going on in this world for all of our lifetimes. So let's close out here just watching a little clip of this music video. If I can get this screen to load. We're just going to watch some of this. This is right from the music video. We're going to see how it goes between the hanging and this woman undressing herself. Again, cause of death, accidental suffocation due to masturbating with this practice that I guess people do. Sometimes I wonder if they put out these stories. We've been told a number of celebrities have died this way now. Remember Robin Williams supposedly hung himself on the date with 33 numerology, on the date with all the death connections, right after his last movie was about covering up the accidental death of his son from this same practice. His son in that movie's masturbating and, you know, cutting off his air supply, and he accidentally kills himself. And then the father wants to cover it up. Robin Williams, who then supposedly hung himself after that film. But just check this out right here. It's like they want people to do this. Like they want people to accidentally kill themselves. Watch this. Here's the woman. Now she's fondling herself. Here's the chemical burn. See, they're lighting something. You get the point, truth seeker. Cut it off right there so they don't block the video. But I just want you to see. I mean, if that's not a mock hanging, you know, like a mock trial, I don't even need to explain it. You guys should get it. For anyone who's watching and doesn't get it, you know, I can't help you. You're in the wrong place. But please, take the time to watch these extra videos, especially these last two right here. These last two, 3 and 4. This latest video will become number 5 in this playlist, and I guarantee you this playlist is going to grow as time goes on. I need to totally cut it off and finish the book. I'm so close. But this playlist is going to grow. There's going to be so much more with this depth that we uncover in time, especially when the solar eclipse rolls around. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Don't forget it about Detroit. Before the baseball season said, I told you why I like the Tigers. 113th World Series, 113 Detroit. Comiskey Park, 113. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.